All right, I'm going to show you how to sew the inset corners of the Presto Tunic. First thing you want to do is be sure you've transferred all your pattern markings on the front tunic piece as well as on the panel. There's these two star markings on the piece that are really important to get on both pieces. Then you also want to make sure you get that area interfaced and then straight stitch just inside the seam allowance along each corner. And then also clip right to that marking. Not through the stitching, but just right up to it. So it'll spread open for us easily. Okay, sewing part. With your tunic right side up, align your panel piece right sides together, starting with the shoulder seam. And then those markings come in handy. We're going to line up these markings. They should just be right on top of each other. Okay, and now we're going to straight stitch down this entire length, and we're going to stop with a needle down right at that dot, like exactly on it. Now this is using a 3/8 seam allowance. I'm not really using much pins or clips because this is a pretty stable flannel fabric that doesn't have much stretch to it at all. Alright, so I'm getting ready to hit that spot. I'm going to make sure everything is lined up. Where my dots are lined up, my edges are lined up. We're going to sew right down to that marking. Alright, so I've stopped with the needle in the down position. And if you're sewing machine shopping, that is one feature to really look for. This machine, the default is the needle in the down position. It makes such a big difference. Alright, so now we're going to lift the presser foot and we're going to turn the tunic body so the bottom of the cutout piece is facing us. We're going to sew this next. And then we're going to swing the bottom of this panel piece around. And we're going to match up those markings again. My needle's still down. And we're going to make sure everything is smooth. There's no wrinkles or fabric folded over. Okay. Everything is lined up well. I'm going to drop my presser foot. And I'm going to straight stitch across again to this marking, and I'm going to stop there with the needle in the down position. Okay, so we're just going to do that again. I'm going to raise my presser foot. My needle is still down. I'm going to swing the tunic. So I've got this straight line. I'm going to pivot the panel around. Sometimes it takes a little bit of wiggling to get all this fabric lined up correctly. So I can feel I've got a little bit of a wrinkle underneath here. I just need to like wiggle it out. Okay, dropping my presser foot. I know the rest of this should line up perfectly to the shoulder seam. All right. Okay, and then we've got our corners done. So if you look here, we'll just need to like flatten them out and press those seams really well. And you'll have nice inset corners. This one could be a little smoother. I think I got a little bit of folded fabric in there. But it's just something that takes practice.